So, let's talk about charting a course for one of the most incredible careers out there, becoming a pilot. But there's this one huge obstacle that just grounds so many dreams before they even get off the runway. Well, in this explainer, we've basically mapped out how you can fly right past that obstacle and get your license, maybe even for free. Let's get into it. For a lot of us, the whole idea of flying isn't just a job. It's this lifelong dream, right? But actually turning that dream into something real, yeah, that can feel like it's a million miles away sometimes. I mean, think about it. The total freedom of the open sky, that view from 30,000 feet, it's just an amazing thing to aspire to. But there's usually one major headwind that stops people right in their tracks. And yeah, you guessed it, it's the cost. Let's be real, pilot training is incredibly expensive, and for a lot of people, just seeing that price tag is enough to keep their dreams stuck firmly on the ground. It can feel totally insurmountable before you even start. But here's the thing. What if there were established routes, actual maps to get around that massive financial barrier? What if this explainer is that map? Well, that's exactly what we're going to explore today. Okay, so here's our flight plan. First, we'll do a quick overview of 4 main paths to the cockpit. Then we'll dive into Route 1, which is all about service and merit. After that, we'll look at Route 2, which is more of an industry path. And finally, we'll wrap up by talking about how you can choose the right flight plan for you. All right, let's get right to the heart of it. We have identified 4 very different but totally proven strategies that can take you from just dreaming about flying to being a licensed pilot without that huge financial weight on your shoulders. So here they are, your 4 main waypoints to the cockpit. First up, there's the path of service through the military. Next, we have the path of merit, which is all about scholarships. Then there's the really hands-on work to pay model. And finally, kind of the fast track, airline cadet programs, where the airlines themselves are actually going to invest in you. So let's tackle our first route. We're actually grouping the military and scholarship paths together here, under this idea of service and merit. And you might be wondering why. Well, it's because both of them demand a really serious commitment from you, either a commitment of your time or a deep commitment to excellence. Okay, first up, military service. This is probably one of the most well-known paths out there. And really, the deal is pretty straightforward. You commit to a number of years of service, say in the Air Force, and in return, you get some of the absolute best, most comprehensive, and completely funded flight training on the planet. So when you put them side by side, you can really see the fundamental trade-off. The military path is this all-in-one package, right? It's a high commitment, for sure, but you get a built-in career. Now, scholarships, they're different. The time commitment is way lower, but the competition is really, really fierce. And they usually supplement your costs. They don't always cover everything. And that brings us right to scholarships. I love this way of thinking about them. They're like your financial co-pilot. They're not going to fly the plane for you, but they can be absolutely crucial in helping you navigate all that financial turbulence of flight school. These are all about merit, your background, and pure passion. And the best part is, there are so many amazing organizations out there that are dedicated to helping aspiring pilots. You've got groups focused on supporting women, like Women in Aviation and the 99s. You have the National Gay Pilots Association, the Organization of Black Aerospace Professionals. The list goes on. These are all fantastic places to start your research. Okay, let's bank into our second major route, the industry path. These next 2 options are really for those of you who want to get directly involved with the aviation industry from day one. You're basically earning your wings while you're already part of the whole ecosystem. First step in this route is the work to pay model. This is the ultimate get your hands dirty approach. The idea is simple. You get a job out of flight school, maybe on the ground crew or in operations, whatever it takes, and in exchange for your hard work, you earn either heavily discounted or sometimes even free flight hours. You're completely immersed in that world while you learn. But maybe you're thinking, I want an even more direct path right into a major airline's cockpit. Well, there's an incredibly powerful option for that too, direct sponsorship. For a lot of people, this is the holy grail. It's where the airlines themselves find talented people and just foot the entire bill for training. And we are talking about some of the biggest names in the sky here. Airlines like Qatar, Uzbekistan, Delta, and Singapore, they all have these cadet programs. It's a total win-win model, right? They find promising candidates and pay for their training, and in return, you commit to flying for them once you graduate. It's a direct pipeline to the right seat of a modern airliner. So, wow, we have covered a lot of ground, or sky, I guess I should say. We've looked at 4 really distinct paths, and each one has its own set of requirements and its own rewards. So now the big question is, which flight plan is the right one for you? Let's just do a quick recap. We've got military service, which is perfect if you're ready for that long-term service commitment. We have scholarships for those of you with strong credentials who need that financial boost. There's the work-to-pay route for anyone willing to roll up their sleeves and work from the ground up. And of course, airline cadet programs for those who've got their sights set on a major airline right from the start. So look, here's the key takeaway from all this. The cost of a pilot's license does not have to be the thing that keeps your dream on the ground. It just doesn't. We've laid out the flight plans to get you into the air. The only question left is, which path are you going to take?